Hello, Blue Jays fans, and hello, baseball fans. Welcome to the Collings Network, and welcome to an experiment that I have going on. And now, for any of my Blue Jays fans out there, or my die-hard baseball fans, you will remember the 2025 season as something of a great accomplishment. We made the World Series, had great highlights, and, well, lots of walk-offs. But what really made the season fun was the team they had. Well, 2024... that wasn't so much fun. The team wasn't so good, the signings weren't good, and you know what? I think I could do a better job. So come with me as we try to fix the 2024 Blue Jays in our brand new Blue Jays GM series. I'm sure you understand from that intro what we are trying to do here, and so in the game, the Toronto Blue Jays, and you're going to see me looking up a lot here. That's where my TV's at for the gameplay. So, of course, we're just going to do contracts off, regular settings, because, of course, we're just going to jump right into it. Make sure that everything's on manual except scouting, because I don't really care. But either way, we're going to set our situational importance, what we're going to be playing through in the game. So we're going to set this super high. I'm not trying to play too many games. I think 35 games played in these 7th inning or later games. Seems pretty good to me. And we will do player highlight moments only in the 9th inning. This is, of course, if we're going to have guys with a no-hitter. That's really the only thing I want to play. As I want to make some deals before we get into the season here and before the whole roster is set completely. So, of course, we're going to be in the Grapefruit League. I don't really care how the record goes, per se. I more so care about making deals. And so that's what this episode's going to be here, all about making trades, all about how we're going to start this season off on the right foot. And so looking at the Toronto Blue Jays, it's a different look than what we are used to, if we're going to be honest with each other. 2025 was a great year. I mean, we went over it in the intro. A great season. This is a far cry from that. This was disappointing. I mean, Justin Turner, he only lasted not even half the season with us before we shipped them off. Danny Jansen we traded. I mean, we got Kirk on the bench. George Springer still in right field. I mean, he's still agile enough to play the field. Varsho, and then Kevin, however you want to say it, Biggio. And then on the bench, of course, Kirk. We got Spencer Horwitz still on this team. Espinal, IKF, his first stint. Ernie Clement, 58 overall. Ernie Clement. Is that not wild in the reality we live in now, where I'm wearing an Ernie Clement jersey? I'm wearing my Ernie Clement 58 overall. That's what a glow up. Either way, pretty cool. And then Aston Barger here as well, a 67 overall. Nathan Lucas, a 61. It is crazy going back and seeing some of these guys that made such an impact on that 2025 team. So we'll look around at some trades. I have a few in mind on how to improve this team, because when I look through this roster, I definitely see some issues. The biggest thing are the second base and third base. I'm not a big Justin Turner guy. He's 39 years old. I'm going to the Rockies, and I am asking for Ryan McMahon, Cal Quantrill, Sterling Thompson was my guy right here. Told you already, I don't want Justin Turner playing third base. We are also going to be throwing in Danny Jansen in this deal. We're trading him earlier in this than in real life. I just think, it's Kirk time. We're fully going to be running with Kirk here. And then to go along with it, we are going to be giving up Tucker Toman. Seems like a lot, but they won't take any of these prospects, and I'm not giving up this man right here. We're going to bank on him to be a big trade piece for us later on in the season. So this is the deal we're going to be making. Welcome to the team. A brand new starter, brand new third baseman. For the next trade, we are going to set things right, I think. Joey Votto being a first baseman for the Blue Jays never sat right with me. I mean, he's Canadian. I love that, but he should be a one-team guy. And if you look at his baseball reference page, he is a one-team guy, but still, I want him to retire with his last contract to be with the Reds. So we are going to send Joey Votto as well as starting pitcher Chris Bassett. And then the big piece that I want from this deal, an upgrade. Jordan Romano on the last year of his deal, we're going to be shipping him off, and we're going to be bringing in Alexis Diaz. We're going to also be bringing in Jonathan India, as well as a prospect here. Their best first baseman, of course, we're sending them back, Joey Votto, but Christian Encarnacion. And for our last trade of the video, we are going to be bringing in Brent Rooker. Small contract. I would love to sign him long term. He's got great numbers, and we'll see what he can do on a real MLB team. Sorry, Athletics fans. Those are trades being made with the Athletics, the Reds, and the Rockies. I will be making the lineups and the pitching rotation, so I'll be back with that. And here are the lineups, the right-handed pitching and the left-handed pitching. And you will see a lot of changes in there, so we'll go into the right-handed pitching first. It's going to be Springer, John India, Bo Bichette, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Brent Rooker, Ryan McMahon, Dalton Varsho, Alejandro Kirk, and Kevin Kiermaier. The left-handed pitching, this is where it gets interesting. Santiago Espinal never really did this in real life, but had an 85 vision in this game with an 80 contact versus lefty. I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm fully going to take advantage of that. I'd be foolish not to. So he's going to be our leadoff guy with George batting after him, and then Bo, Vladdy, Brent Rooker, Davis Schneider draws in the lineup left field. I like him not as much, no. I don't like him as much. I need that defensive versatility from Varsho. I don't care about the lack of power. Defensively, it's Dalton Varsho. Then we have Jonathan India, he's got that vision. He'll be good at third base. McMahon not playing because not good enough vision to carry that 40 contact and 45 power. And then rounding it off, we have Kirk and then Kiermaier. Kiermaier should be able to get on base, and then that sets up the top half of this lineup. And both against righties as well. I love Kiermaier in that 9 spot, and if he continues to play good, he could be a leadoff guy. He did for the Jays in real life for a good stretch of time for this team, but George Springer, he's got that on lock for the right-handed pitching. Speaking of pitching, here we are at the rotation. Kevin Gausman, Jose Barrios, Yasiel Kikuchi as our only lefty, Alek Manoah, and Cal Quantrill. We're really going to be trusting in these 3 guys to carry a lot of weight that they might not be able to. We're going to have to be keeping our eye on them big time. But I trust Barrios and I trust Gausman. This bullpen, which I like so much more with Diaz here. That's the pitching. We might need to bring in a stud later on as well. That's going to be a tough trade to swing, but I know I'm going to try my best at some point here to bring in a secondary guy a little better than Barrios while trying to keep majority of these guys. Cal Quantrill might be a temporary ad. And so here we are, spring training. It's kind of going to be scattered, the games, of course. We'll just sim to this last game here. Here we are at the end of spring training. 15-14. Not exactly sure who was playing in every game, but, looks like most of our regular guys. Either way, positive record. Not the greatest in, our league. Not that I really care all that much. Either way, we are going to be going into the regular season. And this is what I'm excited for. This is what I'm waiting for. We're starting off our season against Tampa Bay. And we got to decide who's going to be on the 40-man roster, who's going to be in for game 1. Of course, it's going to be Gausman, but, who's going to make the roster day 1? All right, the roster has been decided. Most of the heavy hitters you would expect to be here are here, but there are some decisions I made. The first one, Mitch White. Cut. He's off the team. We have no room for Mitch White. So, starting pitchers, these are going to be our 5 here. It's going to be Gausman, Barrios, Kikuchi, Manoah, Quantrill, as y'all know. And then we could call up either Bash, Francis, or even a little Ricky action, if we so please. And then the relief pitching, this is where I went big. Chad Green, Eric Swanson, Yimi Garcia, Genesis Cabrera, Tim Mesa, Trevor Richards, and I called up Nate Pearson. Big reason I did that, Alexis Diaz, Zach Pop, AAA. I do not want you making an impact on this season at all. It went so well in real life that I'm learning. I'm learning from the mistakes, and while I didn't cut him, I like having the body. He's not very good. Of course, we have our catchers here. I'm going to look to upgrade Brian Servin, and then the rest of the roster looks exactly as you would expect. No real shocking things here. A lot of guys like Barger, I want to get run in AAA. I want them to play, baseball every day. I don't want them just rotting away on the bench here in the big leagues. And there you go. But that is where I'm going to cut you off for our first episode, as that was a lot to get into. Of course, we're going to have a fun time. While I'm on vacation, you're going to be enjoying this series. So make sure you tune into the next one tomorrow when we start our simming and when we get some gameplay action. So make sure you subscribe to the Collings Thode Network. Turn on that notification bell when you subscribe so you don't miss an upload. And hey, check your inbox. Tomorrow we'll have some more.